Hello, third graders. So we're going to do the second part of this project, and it involves public figures. So you all are probably wondering what a public figure is, and some of you might know. You might be like, oh yeah, it's just someone in the public eye. Well, what does public even mean? Okay, that's something we're going to discuss during Google Meet. But if you're not on Google Meet that day, I want you to just Google search, what does it mean to be a public figure, okay? But we are gonna discuss it a little bit now while I show you the example project that I made, okay? So to be a public figure means that all eyes are on you, okay? And that people out in the community know who you are. Now, there are different types of public leaders. Or public figures. There's political leaders. There are community leaders. There are entertainers, musicians, people who are part of pop culture, also like Instagram influencers. These are all public figures. They're people that are known by others. So what I want you to do is pick a public figure that you admire, okay? And we're gonna talk a little bit more about admiration as well. But it's gonna be someone who you think is just an amazing human being that you kind of look at as maybe someone you wanna be more like. Okay, maybe you want to have those qualities, or maybe you don't even want to have those qualities, you just really appreciate those qualities and all the good work that that person is doing, okay? So for my public figure, I actually chose Oprah Winfrey because I have been watching Oprah since I was a child, okay? I used to watch the Oprah show with my mom, I used to watch it with my stepmom, I used to watch it with my sisters, and I still just really admire Oprah. I think she's an amazing human being. She's done so many wonderful things for people around the world, and I just really, really admire her, okay? I think she's kind of superhuman. So for my public figure, I chose to draw Oprah. Now, when you draw your public figure, it might not look like your public figure, okay? I drew Oprah, and after I drew her, I was like, this really doesn't look like Oprah. And in fact, I might try drawing her again. But I drew Oprah. And so here is my finished piece. And remember, your background has to have that nature pattern that you did with the pastel transfer. As far as how you draw your public figure, we're gonna draw them in pencil, but you're gonna have some options in terms of like if you want to go over certain spots with Sharpie, or if you wanna go over certain spots with waterproof pen. If you want to draw part of the body, or if you just want to draw the head, okay? So this is what we call a portrait, and a portrait features just that person's face or part of their body, but it features them, okay? So we've talked about self-portraits in class, and that's a drawing of yourself, and this is a portrait of another person. So I chose to draw Oprah with a little bit of shading, okay? And that's a choice. You know, usually you learn about shading and something called value, which is like the darks and lights. Usually you learn about that in like middle school and high school, but you know, some of you draw a lot, and this, even though this is a more advanced technique, some of you might want to try some shading techniques for this project. Now today, to start out with, I want you guys to just sketch out your public figure, okay? Just kind of get used to like really observing their features and what kinds of things really help you identify them, and then go from there, okay? And then we'll talk about making a finished portrait as we continue on with this project. Okay, happy art making.